and its people have a common bond. It's a shared obsession with everything that unfolds here.
Got him! There it is! It doesn't get better than that.
And here.
Cahill! It's in! Slater! Dives through the air!
But this city, united by sport, is also divided by it.
The ball has kicked the most remarkable goal! To Beams, goal beckons, he's got it!
Tonight, a new rivalry begins, and Australia's sporting capital will take sides once again.
Battle lines will be drawn between old warriors.
Reputations will go on the line. New heroes will be born.
And Terra! He's overdone it. So has he? No, he scored, Ricardinho!
It's Melbourne's civil war, and the first shots are fired tonight.
It's the fixture which first caught our eye when the draw came out, and after another draw made us wait an extra week, it's finally time for the A-League's first real derby. The Heart against the Victory for bragging rights in Melbourne. Let's check on the all-important team news. As a very special guest takes his seat, and despite the Heart were forced to make two changes to the team which lost 4-0 in Brisbane, with captain Simon Colosimo succumbing to a neck injury, while Dean Heffernan is suspended. So Michael Beecham returns from his two-match ban to partner Matt Thompson in the heart of defence, while it's a big test for Aziz Bayic at left-back. The youngster was on the Victories books last season, making 5 appearances off the bench, including a stint in the grand final, where he had a great chance to win it. As a new face on the bench, Victorian Premier League Under-21 Player of the Year, Adrian Zara. And despite 4 clean sheets in a row, there was no way Ernie Merrick was leaving Kevin Muscat out of this fixture. He returns to the heart of defence in the only change to the side, which started against Newcastle a fortnight back, with Marvin Angulo making way. It still irks Muscat that he failed to play in 5 Old Firm derbies when he was on the books of Rangers, because his coach thought he was too big a risk. Carlos Hernandez past fit, while Grant Brebner is on the bench despite 2 broken toes. Well, for years we've watched the red and blue halves of town square off in Milan, Manchester and on Merseyside, but now Melbourne has its derby. The hairs are standing up on every neck in here. Hope they are at home. Stand by for the first crunching challenge right after this. No shortage of passion. The Victory fans have been chanting for a long time. There's only one team in Melbourne, but the Heart fans want everyone to know that they're here to stay. The new boys on the block making their mark. What a wonderful night it is for football in Melbourne as well. Temperature just 13 degrees, a slight breeze, so the players have no excuse not to turn it on the best pitch in the country for football. John Van Schip said during the week he wants to see improved discipline from his side after a couple of red cards in recent weeks. Not the fixture you want your players to be worrying about heading in and watching their discipline. It's going to be a really fiery atmosphere out there this evening. And Ernie Merrick pumped up for this one as well. And to make a statement against those new kids on the block. Kevin Muscat has taken his huddle right down in front of the loyal Victory fans. The wily old veteran using a ploy to fire up his team even more for this one. The ref in the middle for this one, the most experienced in the Hyundai A-League, Ben Williams, his 82nd game this evening. Gerald Seabon scored a cracking goal in the Steel Derby for Sheffield Wednesday against United way back in 2001. Can he score one in the first Melbourne Derby? And Adrian Layer reflecting during the week about the first game he ever saw in Europe, Liverpool against Everton. They call that one the Friendly Derby. I don't think we'll be able to say it about this one in 90 minutes' time. Kevin Muscat just stretching things out. Missed the last 3 games with an ankle injury, but he wasn't missing this one. The Melbourne derby is underway. Paul Trimboli alongside for the call. What an atmosphere.
Oh, brilliant, Speedy. We've been waiting for this one for a while. First thing we did when the fixtures came out was look for this date. It's finally upon us, a week delayed. But I think even better to build up the intensity. Can't wait to see which team's going to impose themselves early on.
Broxham just dwelt on it too long. Aloisi stepped in. Here's Terra. Vargas just got a foot in, but still alive for the Brazilian. Here's Aloisi again! Well, the new boys are on their way, and it just had to be John Aloisi. Brilliant header, brilliant goal. 1-0 on the home side.
Stunning start from the heart. John Aloisi had to sign it earlier, and he would have been disappointed, but not on that occasion. But what about Alex Terra? Talk about causing terror in the heart of the victory defence. He skipped past Vargas, who did a good job of just getting a toe in, but it didn't slow him down, and that's clever from the Brazilian. He didn't panic, he put it in the danger area and allowed Aloisi to stride onto it. He summed it up and then he pounded it into the turf, into the far corner. Brilliant finish.
Celebrates and runs past those victory fans, but found a pocket of Heart fans in that corner to celebrate in front of, and it's the team in red and white who can wave those flags furiously. 1-0 up. Ernie Merrick has Grant Brebner stripped and ready, so he's not happy with what's happening out there, and the man battling 2 broken toes is going to be on before half-time. The change will be Lee Broxham making way. Of course, they've got Selesky and Brebner, who can then work the holding midfielders. Muscat delivers! And it's the old Melbourne victory, 1-2. Robbie Cruz levels it up at 1-1, but it's all the quick thinking of the captain Muscat.
Well, we spoke about why Kevin Muscat was back in the lineup, and that's why, because there never is a match without him imposing himself on it, and that's the sucker punch. We've seen it time and time again. Robbie Cruz, Kevin Muscat, it's just a little bit of eye contact and they know exactly what's in the offing. The Heart were caught napping and a lovely little touch from Cruz. Subtle finish. Bolton can't believe it. The hands go to the head from the Heart, but that's brilliant from the skipper.
And even though they're back to parity, they're still going to make that change. Broxham off, Brebner on, and Robbie Cruz, he joins Kevin Muscat at the top of the goal scoring chart so far as the victory are concerned, with just his 2nd of the season.
It was interesting to see Surat Suka still struggling after that massive fall moments earlier. Looking over at the bench, perhaps.
Aloisi, nice layoff to Skocka. Word, Aloisi waits. They're in here!
Heard about it in pre-season. Worm on one side, Terra on the other. That time Worm with a curving ball in, and Terra, they were overloaded at the far post. It was Surat Suka. We spoke about the fact that he was struggling. He didn't get back, and all of a sudden the ball into the far post, and Terra just punched it with the inside of the foot in at the near post. Pekovic no chance, but the quality of the delivery from Worm, spot on, wonderful goal.
The presence of John Aloisi just put Muscat in 2 minds, and Terra, what a finish from the former Fluminense man who knows about a derby or two, the Flu derby against Flamengo. 374 fixtures or so and counting, and now he delivers in the first ever Melbourne derby. And didn't he love it? Yak. Saw some space there for Hernandez, but hasn't Skocka broken things up in midfield delightfully now, as is Bayish, where his time's run out. They're down to 10, the Heart. The former victory man is gone, and don't the victory fans love it?
What a disappointing end to what's been a fabulous performance from Aziz Bayish. He really set the tone early. with his conviction both in the tackle and to get forward. But that's Robbie Cruz at his finest. He is so good at protecting the space and drawing the foul. He just lures defenders into the challenge and then he takes the space away from them. And as is Bajic, has been the case all night, players have been flying into the tackle and he mistimed that one and he had to go.
All the way back to Muscat. Now Cruz. Turning away from Zara, who got a handy little foot in. 5 minutes is up. Ben Williams checks his watch. They say, how much longer? Worms header. Listen to the roar. The whistle did come. And the new boys on the block, the Melbourne Heart, have won the first ever Melbourne derby. They'll remember this forever. The fans who've adopted this team. And they saved their best performance of the season for Big Brother the victory.
Absolutely brilliant from the Melbourne Heart. Stunning first half. They were all over the victory. They got pegged back, but then they regained the lead. They forced to play the last 20 minutes down to 10 men, but they dug deep. What a wonderful occasion. It was a fantastic game.
John Aloisi with the opener after 10 minutes. And then Alex Terra with the winner, the man from Brazil. He won the 3 points for them in the end. Pondulyak put everything into that one. Likewise, Adrian Laya. But what a win for the Heart. They now join the victory on 11 points. It's getting tight in the middle of the table now, and Simon Colosimo, gutted that he couldn't be part of it tonight, will be so proud of what his boys put in. Josip Skoko as well, playing on one leg.
Not just a win for the Melbourne Heart, but the quality of the football.
So at full time here at Amy Park, in the first ever Melbourne derby, the Heart 2-1 winners over the Victory.